Buzz Williams with us now. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations again on the victory here tonight. Before the game, you had mentioned to me that you shouldn't start the 5 that you were going to start, but you wanted to keep the guys kind of in that groove that they were in over the last few weeks. Do you feel like you came out of the game in that same groove tonight?
No, I didn't. I told them at the first time out of the second half, I don't know that I can start those 5 guys again. I thought we were really bad in how we started both halves, and maybe it's not accurate to put it all on those 5 guys because history says that they've also done really well. But I did not think that how we started either half was very good.
What were your thoughts on the defense in the second half overall?
Better. I don't think that consistently we played near as hard as we had been playing. I thought that they got way too many layups and too many uncontested threes. Some of the threes that they made were contested, but in general I just thought it was just average in kind of everything that we did. I thought we were trying to hit a home run maybe too early in too many possessions instead of getting the ball reversed and making the zone and or man collapse. And then defensively, I didn't think we were very good in transition. And then many times when they're setting a ball screen, you know, closer to half court than to the free throw line, our ball screen coverage was really bad, and it forced us into rotation, and our rotation was average because we weren't playing hard. So just not quite as good as it has been, but maybe I may have given them a little bit too much grace in the game. I just I wanted to go home.
Christmas mode.
A little bit. And there was some of that for sure.
I think all of those things are understandable. But let's look at some of the positives that do come out of this game. Coach, we talked in the pregame again about potentially repping some of the possession expanders, and it seemed like that went really well. In the
I thought that was one of the better things other than our free throw percentage. I thought the reps that we got in that was good. And we went back, I think it was VMI when we played the 3 tallest guys that we have on the roster when we were really bad against VMI. I thought those 3 guys together played better in that stretch where we did that. So, for sure, I mean, we won by 22, so it wasn't like it was just awful. But coming off the high of how we played against Washington, there was a little bit of a hangover in regards to our motor didn't turn on and run as efficiently as we needed to from the beginning.
And you look at PJ, man, the mean PJ, he's been consistent, hasn't he? I mean, just fills up the stat sheet again tonight.
It's arguably the best month of his basketball career. You know, he only lost 7 games total in high school, but I think he's playing with a confidence because true confidence can only come from your work. He's been working incredibly hard, and from his work in practice and during the games, I think he's playing with more of an edge, and I think you can see that. He's communicating much louder than ever before, and he's changing our team. We need that from whatever 3 guys come off the bench. It doesn't really matter who we start to an extent, but it does matter the 8 guys and everybody being the best version of themselves, and I think PJ has been the most consistent in the trajectory of who he's becoming, and that is encouraging.
Coach, I know it's not a luxury that the game always affords you in terms of being able to play KJ and PJ together because of foul trouble, but it does really seem like those guys have some synergy together because KJ likes him at the 4 and he likes playing the 4.
That's right, and that's part of the symmetry, right, is KJ wants to play the 4. KJ's intelligent enough and skilled enough to play the 4. It changes the complexion of our team because it gives us a little bit of we look like a high major team relative to size when both of those guys are in. It is what you said, and we were able to do it tonight because there wasn't foul trouble. When we can get those guys in the game at the same time, that's a personnel grouping that is healthy for us in regards to rebounding. I think it changes the size and length that we can put on the floor. And I like that. I want to get to the point where we can figure out how can we play Ty, PJ, and KJ, because Ty is going to shoot 50% from 3, and he's going to shoot threes whether no matter who's in the game. And so we're going to have to spend a little bit of time on that 15% of strategy that we got to work to get to.
Coach, I saw you had some extended conversations with the official Mike Stevens before the half, the under-16. Can you share what some of those conversations were about?
He'll end up being, in my opinion, the best official in the country over the next decade. And his story is as incredible as anybody who has ever risen to this level as an official. He started he got his first high major break, so to say, at the same time that I got mine. I despised him. I thought he was full of ego. He felt the exact same about me. That relationship has turned 180. And, 0 to 9, you're version 1 of yourself. 11 to 19, you're version 2. So I'm in version 4, you're in version 6, L's in version 3. And the smartest people in the world are always working on the next version of themselves, and that helps you make better decisions. When I'm in version 5, half of my children will be out of college, potentially married, maybe have a child. And so I need to start making decisions and thinking and studying about that version of myself. And I told him when I walked on the floor and shook his hand that I had a lot of things that I wanted to share with him tonight. And in essence, throughout the game, it was an expanded version of what I just mentioned to you.
Without question, the relationships that go into it that make it up. And, Coach, we certainly appreciate ours with you and know that it's time for some downtime for the program and for yourself. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to the people that listen. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you caring about our kids. Please continue to care regardless of the result. They're really good people. Our staff has done a phenomenal job in this semester, and hopefully there are good/better things coming over the next 100 days.
Yeah, I think you should mention that the GPA of this team in the semester was unreal, and I know you were maybe a scholar athlete, but
it was the highest GPA in the history of Virginia Tech basketball. Yeah. We have 12 guys on scholarship, 10 finished with above a 3.0. Our team cumulative GPA was a 3.22. Elise is our academic advisor. She's the third one we've had in the time that we've been here. She's as good as I've ever seen. Our players love her. There's great symmetry within all of those people. And then Devin Johnson, who has been in charge of academics regardless of his title in the entire time that he has been on our staff through 8 years, he's just got a great way with our kids, as does his relationship with Elise. And to get a 3.22, all of them passed a minimum of 12 hours. And so for 12 kids to be at that position, that's better than anything I ever did.
A lot to be thankful for over the holidays, to be certain, Coach. Thankful for you, my man. Enjoy the holidays.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Santa Claus is real.
Head coach Buzz Williams, I've got an I Believe shirt back at home.